Good afternoon, everyone. How are we all doing? And how is the lockdown at our end? My name is Queen Ipitoye, and this afternoon I'll be sharing with us how I see the deal worth 700,000 naira online. But before then, I would want to know if you can hear me. Can you please tell me your name and where you are watching from? I'll be straight and I'll be very, very precise, so we'll be able to have a wonderful time together. I started my business say 2017, 2018, and without a background. What I mean without a background is I never had an understanding of what business is all about. I am a counselor by profession. I'm into public speaking. I'm into training. I'm a sales expert, and also I'm a CEO, meaning I have my own business. So putting all of this together just happened within the space of 3 years. I actually had no idea what business is all about. Please, if you can hear me, can you please tell me your name and where you are watching from, please? If you are online and you can hear me, please tell me your name and where you are watching from. Is anyone online? If you can hear me, is anyone online? Hello, I can see Agent Darasimi. You are welcome. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Who else is online? Wow, Catherine. So good to see that you are watching this afternoon. Thank you very much. So I want to continue. I started my business 2017-18, and I had no knowledge about what business is all about. And really, it has not been easy because I went for my master's degree. Coming back home, there was no job to come back to. I really had to do something. Now, I want us to understand that before you venture into anything, there must be a push. There must be a drive before you can succeed. Hi, Catherine. Nice to have you here. Thank you for watching. Tolu, thank you for watching. Good afternoon. You must have a drive. Something must be driving you. There must be a push to the point that until you see yourself succeed, you will not let go. Abidoye Kende, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming online. You will not let go until you see yourself succeed. Understand, there must be a push, there must be a drive before you can succeed. So coming back from masters, and there was nothing to fall back to. As a married woman, I needed to assist my husband financially. And the country where we are, you just have to look for that job. You just have to do it. Anyhow, you can just do it. So I was on Facebook a particular day. I was just scrolling through my phone. Then I stumbled on a post, how to import from China. Actually, when I saw that post, I laughed because I was wondering how I'll be able to import from China. There is no issue of custom and all of that, and my goods will just arrive in Nigeria. I saw the post the first day, I saw it the second day, I saw it the third day, and do you know what I did? I had to pray about it. Then after praying about it, I told my husband and I said, okay, let's say both. I paid for this class. I paid for the first class. I paid for the second class. I paid for master class. I paid for advanced classes. And that was how I did it. What I'm trying to say is we have different abilities and different capabilities. Abilities in the sense that this is something you are born with, or it's an innate, it's a trait that Without you being taught, you can just do it. You're talking about your capability. That means you have to learn a skill, something which you need to be taught before you will know. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need to be taught before you will know. Then when you differentiate your abilities and your capabilities, then it will be easier for you. So when I discovered that this is not an ability for me, I need to learn it as a skill. I need to learn it. I need to do it. I want to succeed in this. I just really want more because I feel I deserve more. I want to contribute. I want to make impact. I want to do this. So how will I go about it? I started to pay for this training, and that was how I started. When I started, I imported few items because I always believe that it is always good when you test the market. You don't just jump into something because you admire someone doing it, or you see someone doing it and you appreciate the result. I've really talked to yourself about what exactly you want and how you can do it. Please, if you can hear me, say hi. I want to be sure you can hear me. Thank you very much. Have you talked to yourself to know if you can do it and not being influenced by what you see around you? When I got in my first items, I don't have an idea about how to advertise. I was bothered. I was worried. Then I discovered there are so many trainings online. The ones I could afford, I paid for them. I went for these trainings, paid for them. Hey, hello, Mercy. Thank you for watching. God bless you. I paid for these classes, and that was how I got the skills. Remember, your ability is a trait that you have naturally without being taught. You can use it. But when it comes to capability, you have to learn. You need to be taught. So since I see it as a capability, something I don't know, so I had to go for it. I learned it, I was taught, and I had to put all I have been taught into practice. No matter what you are being taught, no matter how many things you decide to go to learn, implementation is key. If you don't put these things into implementation, you will get no result. You can read this, you can do that, but please, it's come to a point in your life in which you need to take a pause and understand if all what you have been learning, or all those things in which you have been taught, you have implemented them. You need to see that result. If you are not seeing that result, please take a pause. Either you re-strategize or you go back to your drawing board. Now, I started. I could remember a situation whereby when I brought in those items, I started moving. I moved around my street, telling people, making them aware that, okay, this thing, I have them. These things, they can get from me. That was how I started. But I discovered that these items are so unique that even people I'm showing them to, they have not seen them before. They have not seen these items before. They're just wondering, what is she selling? What is this? What is this? I discovered that the best place to sell my items are online. That was how I started online. I came on Facebook. I had to learn how to advertise with very good content. When you use very good content to talk to your audience, when you use very good content to talk to your audience, you get results. So that was how I started advertising online. Most times, these platforms, you need to understand how to use them. I started with WhatsApp status. Then I started with Facebook before going to Instagram. It got to a point that I discovered that consistency is key. Please, whatever it is you are doing, I tell people come to me for mentoring, people come to ask questions, and I tell them, if you are starting anything, and you are not sure if you will continue, please don't bother starting. Consistency in everything you do is very, very important. I mean, very, very important. Initially, when you start, you might not see results, but trust me, you will definitely see results when you least expect. So please, consistency is key. So that was how I started advertising. Do you believe it got to a point on my WhatsApp that people will ask for a particular item even before I get them, before I bring them down, they would have paid. It got to a point it was that easy. But the struggle was much because I was just starting. That was how I started. But between then and now, what has really helped me is my consistency. My consistency in my advertising, my consistency in knowing exactly what I want and going for it. My consistency in knowing who my customers are. My consistency in knowing those that are ready to buy and those that are not ready to buy. There's a difference between a customer needing to buy something and wanting. Meaning there's a difference between when you need and when you want something. You know those customers that need those stores, you take it to them. A particular customer might come to you or walk up to you and say, okay, I want to buy. And at the end of the person might not pay for the item. The person wants. But if someone is in dire need of a particular thing, immediately the person is asking and you have what he or she wants, he or she would pay. Why? Because you have been able to connect with your customer through your advert. Through your advert, you've been able to share your content. In your content, that means you've been able to show your customer the reason or what he or she stands to gain if he gets this item from you. I'm going to be sharing with us some steps that I took that I was able to seal a deal worth 700,000 naira from just one customer. Just one customer. Now, fast forward to 2018, I got a message on my WhatsApp. Someone was asking me, I made an advert actually, but I discovered that particular advert, I advertised it over and over and over and over again. So someone came to my DM and was asking me, Ma, I would need this item in this quantity. How much do you sell? If I'm buying this quantity, how much do you sell? We spoke at length and that was it. She just disappeared into the thing, and for weeks, I did not hear from her again. But do you know what I did? There was a particular day. What I do is I have a place where I keep my customer records. I go over my list again. And I was like, this woman, she spoke to me about a particular item. Okay, let me reach out to her. That was how I sent her a message. Ma, good afternoon. How are you doing and all of that? I'm following you up on or based on our last discussion. And she was like, okay, our boss is about to give her feedback. She'll get back to me and all of that. But do you know, after then, once in a while, I check up on her. I say hi to her. How are you, ma? This and all of that. I just ask her general questions. I went the call. At other times, I will come back again. Ma, how are you doing? I'm still waiting for your response. Hoping that we'll have a deal together and all of that. She didn't tell me the amount of what she was going to buy. But that was how I was following her up. I was just talking to her, and that was it. So one day I got the call on my phone. It happened to be her boss. Her boss called me that they will be buying. They bought 2 items. They bought one, 81 pieces. They bought the other one around 350 pieces. It's like, wow, I did not know they needed that much. But okay. So they asked for discounts and all of that. But do you know, because of the relationship I have established with the one that is I guess the worker that works with the boss that eventually called me, because of the relationship I have established with her, she was able to convince her boss to buy from me. Number one, she had the trust she needed, even though it was online. She had the trust she needed because I'd already established a very good relationship with her. Even personally, I can greet her, ask about the family, ask about her job, and all of that. She convinced her boss. They had options, and really, she's not even in my location. She convinced her boss to buy from me, and that was it. Now, another thing you need to understand is make sure you have a policy. please make sure you have a policy that even you, as the maker or the creator of that policy, you will not default. Because if you do others to will, it will be difficult for you to follow, it will be difficult for you to be faithful, because you are already unfaithful to your policy. It might be in terms of method of payment, say payment before delivery, payment after delivery, or payment on delivery. Depends on which one works for you. That's why you need to know your customer, know what works for you. Listen, another thing, it might be policy as regards delivery. Okay, if you make an order today, I won't be able to deliver not until so time. And again, try to always reach a compromise or an agreement with your customer, so it will be very easy for you, especially customers that you are just meeting for the first time. Customers that you are just meeting for the first time, sincerely, they are good. A lot of them come to stay, and they stay for life. A lot of them come to stay, and they stay for life. It depends on how you relate with them. Number one, if you have the understanding that your customer is just like you, human being like you, it will be easier for you to relate. Mind you, we cannot scrap out the fact that we tend to step on each other's toes. We cannot just close our eyes to such things happening. They will sometimes. But really, that is where your emotional intelligence comes in, for you to understand when to say you are sorry, when to politely attend to a customer, no matter how he or she is. We have a lot of them. No matter how they are, you must be able to know how to respond to them. So, your business policy, number one, the payment. Talking about your payment policy, either you want payment on delivery, payment before, or payment after delivery. And number two, talking about your delivery process. Then the last one, we talked about you talked about your refund policy. There are some business whereby if there are damages, not at the point of delivery, say maybe later, some people might want to accept. So okay, you can return. Some will say, okay, you cannot return. Once the goods get to you, you cannot return. Some will say, okay, you can refund. I can refund you. I cannot refund you. I can refund you. I cannot refund you. Some will accept refund, while some will not. Whichever way, make sure your policy is the kind of policy that will be convenient for you and your customer. Know what works for you. Do you understand? Please know what works for you. And I've mentioned building a relationship. So she was just bent on her boss buying from me. And then, okay, the woman came back and told me that, okay, they'll get back to me later without a fixed date. So I was on it. Actually, I prayed about it. I just told God, please let your will be done. If this is for me, please make it come through. I guess days later, she called me. Have I received the call from her boss? I said, yes, she did call. And she said, okay, she's still talking to her. That she, before somebody can vouch for you, that means you have really taken a position in the life of that person. Somebody up until today, I have never seen her. I have not seen her. I only spoke with her on phone, then we chatted on WhatsApp. That was all. I have never set my eyes on her. But she was just encouraging me. You can imagine a customer encouraging a vendor. She was encouraging me, trying to make me relax and tell me that I should not worry, they will buy from me. I said, it's fine, no problem, I'll be expecting. So she called again, say a few days after, and then she was telling me that okay, they want to make payment, but it will be payment as an half payment. Then when I deliver, since it's the delivery is not within same state, then they would balance me 700,000 naira. On a norm, I should have just said, okay, pay 500k, or pay 400k, or pay 650. Then you can balance when you get your goods. But really, I didn't say that too. I just told her, ma'am, with all, what's it called? loyalty, we run payment before delivery. Even if you are paying 1 million, I didn't tell her that to me. I'm just saying that we run payment before delivery, and I assure you, the kind of business we run is a business with integrity. Tell your customer what you do. Let them see what you are into. Let them see what you can do. When you are talking to them, give them reasons. Support your point. Let them know you really know what you are doing. I told her, I said, okay, I'm very sorry, but what I do is I run payment before delivery. She was surprised. She was like, oh, wow, the money is too much. How can they pay that huge sum of money? How are they sure I'm going to deliver? How are they sure I will bring it? How are they sure the goods will be okay? I just told her, I said, ma'am, the best I can give you is, I assure you, I give you my word. So that means I know what I was selling to her. I am sure of the products I'm selling to her. And I'm sure exactly what I told her is what she will get. So since I was so sure of that, and I told her, okay, ma'am, I assure you that you get your goods when you pay. It will be delivered to your location, and you will be happy. She responded and said she prays her boss would accept. I said, okay, it's fine. And that was all I said. I guess 2 or 3 days after, she demanded from her account number. I gave her. Then she said, well, the boss of the organization will be sending me the money, but they are still going to pay. They will split the payments into 2. Well, on a norm, because of because of the fact that she has been talking to me, and she has been asking if they can pay, say, in bits, I should have just accepted, simply because of the amount of goods they want to buy. But really, I stood on my ground. Stand on your ground is very, very important. Even if everything looks so tempting, looks so catchy that, wow, it's a big one, you would have loved to, please stand on your ground. So when these customers come back, one, you have given them your word. You already told them what you can offer them. You told them you can deliver, and they trust you. Even if they are paying 5 million, next time they know they will pay the 5 million and they will get their items. And it will be exactly as you have said. So please stand your ground. It's not that they will come today and tomorrow, because they are still persisting, you would want to say, okay, no, I accept. You can pay the 500 and can balance when you receive. Well, I stood my ground and eventually I got the alert. I was happy and I started working on the order. I started working on it. The reason why I'm sharing this with us now is because I want us to understand that as vendors, as sellers, you can find yourself in many circumstances, but that will not change what will happen if you have given your best into all that you have been doing. It will not change what will happen. It will not change the results. It all depends on you. They made payment today. I received an alert on my phone that payment had been made, and I started working. Lo and behold, the next morning, my Facebook account was hacked. You know, when they hack your account, that is when you start getting messages. Have you heard about this investment? Have you heard about that? Have you seen this before? Have you done this? Have you done that? And she got that same message immediately after she made payment. Someone will be feeling, am I sure I paid into the right account? Am I sure this person is not a scammer? Am I sure this person will deliver? How come our account is no more available immediately I make payment? She could not reach me on Facebook. These hackers, they've taken over my Facebook account, and they started sending all sorts of messages to my friends and all of that, to the point that some of my friends they started falling victims. One called me to tell me she just paid 20k. That was after she made the payment. That was when she called me to tell me she had paid into the account. You can imagine that. And do you believe that a lot of people fell for this? A lot of people fell for this. People were just paying. And the only thing I could hold on to was that they said they trusted me. They trusted me because the hackers could convince them. My name was on the credit alert. Everything was so perfect with my name. The hackers could convince them that really it was me. So they were just so relaxed that okay, this is going to be. They just paid. So after paying, they called me to tell me they have paid into one program. I said, immediately they were calling me. I started getting calls from different people calling me. My account has been hacked. A customer paid 700,000 naira into your account, and immediately your account was hacked. Please, how would you feel? I wasn't myself in the process of trying to put the goods together and working on the deliveries. It was just like that. I was just thinking, what has happened? And while I was thinking, I was trying to imagine what this customer would do. What she would do. She could not reach me. She could only reach me on WhatsApp. She could not reach me on Facebook. My Facebook account was gone and all of that. That is why, please, when you are making an advert, you are trying to get customers, give them options. If you're advertising on Facebook, you can give them your WhatsApp line. If you have Instagram, you can tell them where to reach you on Instagram. If you have mails too, you can give them. Anything can happen. And the reason why I'm talking about this hacked account is because I guess people are using this opportunity, this lockdown period, to hack into people's accounts. Your 2-factor authentication settings on Facebook or WhatsApp is very, very important. Please, if you have not done yours, go and do so now. Very, very, very important. And I was just thinking, okay, I told my husband to help me report to Facebook, and that was how he just ended that aspect. But I was after the fact that this is a customer who might be in distress because of this. And what I did was I picked my phone. I called her. I told her, "Ma, I'm very sorry. My account has been..." Do you know what she responded with? She said, right from the first day she started speaking with me, the way I attended to her and all of that, her heart is at peace with me. So even if my account has been hacked, she knows I cannot go away with her money. You know what I'm saying? In the process of attending to these customers, relate to them like you are seeing them physically. Talk to them, chat with them. And even if some decide to leave at a point, maybe not now, they will definitely come back. That she told me her heart is at peace with me. That one alone, I was relieved. At that point, I was relieved. Putting all of this together, I could only seal that deal. One, because I had a business policy. Create a business policy that you must not default and your customers must not default. The only thing is you make it flexible, but not you going back on your words. Then number two, know your customers. It's not everybody that comes to your page or that shows interest in what you are saying that will eventually buy. You need to understand that. Know your customers. And some will come and say a lot of things. Your price is too expensive and all of that. Your customer is your customer. It's not a point for you to start exchanging words with customers. And if it is not what's it called? If it is too expensive, you can go and say no. If you know you sell value, you give value for whatever it is you are selling. Just put the value before your customer. As I'm saying, your content is very, very important. While you are posting your content, let your customer know that they have this what's it called? They have this Let them know that number one, they have your trust. whatever it is you say is what you will give, then give them the uses, give them the benefits, give them the details about what you are selling to them. So it will be easier either for them to make up their mind or to change their mind. It will be very easier. Then two of you will be happy, can quickly make the deal and move on. You don't waste so much time in the process of convincing a customer. Put the value before the face of the customer. Okay, your WhatsApp account was hacked on Monday, and then you did two-step verification. Did you do the two-step verification before it was hacked? It has to be before, not after. Do you understand? Okay, now I packaged the items and that was it. I sent it, she got it. Do you believe the first thing she told me was she cannot believe her eyes? Immediately she saw the boss I chatted to send these items. She said she cannot believe her eyes that she was doing the right thing. Even though at the back of mind she was having a doubt, but still she still believed in me. If you give your customer that trust, the level at which they can believe that whatever it is you say is true, it will be very easy. Now the struggle is real. Don't forget the fact that there are competitors everywhere. But the thing is, you need to know what you are doing. You need to define what you are doing. You need to define it. You don't just put up everything and everything. That means whatever it is you are selling, any niche you are into, it has a purpose. Define your niche, define your whatever it is you are selling, to the point that your customer will know, okay, if I need this particular item, if I go to this person, I know she sells it, I know she has it. That is because of they have adverts in which you have been posting. Then be intentional. Be intentional about whatever it is you are doing. I mean, be intentional about whatever it is you are doing. If in the process of your business you meet with challenges and things you never imagined you could meet up with, and because of that you decide to back out, you are not intentional. If you meet customers that you can ever imagine that you can meet while in business, and because of that you want to run away, it does not work that way. It does not work that way. It does not work that way. These challenges are the ones that will spur you to do more. The challenges you face are the ones that will spur you to do more. When you are seeing all of this, what you need to do is, remember I said you should pause. You go back to your drawing board. You re-strategize. Then you put everything that must have fallen apart, you put them right on track. You put them right on track. Always remember that whatever it is you are doing, you are not the only one that is into that thing. So many people are into it. That is why you have to give in your best. If you have a skill and you are good at it, you give in your best. You have a business, you don't know how to go about it, you give in your best. Sometimes it can be stressful, it can be tiring. In short, the next minute you feel like giving up. But really, at the point you feel like giving up, and that is the point you need to refire. At the point you feel like giving up, that is the point you need to refire. Because a lot of things are in this business that really opportunities, things that only know. If you just sit down in your house and you are just looking, you cannot just have them. That is another advantage about this business. You meet people, you create relationships, you bond with people, and everything just goes on to help your business. Another thing again I want us to understand is, please do not underestimate your client. Even if that person is buying an item worth 500 naira, and okay, this one is buying, because this one is buying, okay, you are always buying stuffs of 500k, and this one, she's always buying stuffs of 100 naira. So no, it does not work. The same zeal you put into getting a deal of 100 naira is still the same zeal you use for getting a deal of 500,000. Be intentional. Be intentional about whatever it is you are doing. Be intentional about whatever it is you are doing. So I'm going to list those points again. I call them action steps. Number 1, you create or you have a business policy that even you, as the owner of the business, and your customers must not default. Then number 2, you know your customers. Know your customers. They are the ones you refer to as your target audience. The ones that really need your product. For example, you are selling baby wears, or say children wears, or newborn, and your customers or your clients are all men, or say single ladies, or students. Your customers will be pregnant mothers, or first-time mom, or mothers. People that really need this this item are the ones you should be targeting. Then another thing is consistency. Consistency is key. Don't start today and stop tomorrow, forgetting the fact that the idea that you have, someone else has it too, but the difference between you both is who starts first. Do you understand? Who starts first? So please, consistency is key in whatever it is you are doing. Be consistent. Be intentional. Be intentional. Be intentional. Then again, build a relationship that will lead to trust. Learn to build a relationship that will lead to trust. Might not be easy, but consistency would help you build a relationship that will lead to trust. I can remember when I just started, when I was struggling, a customer of mine specifically told me that he ended up buying from me because he has been watching me for like months. So that means, according to him, he said he knows I'm serious in my business. He knows I know what I am doing, and I'm a serious-minded person. Your customers are watching. Customers are watching, so you have to be consistent. You build a relationship with your customer that can lead them to trust you. I have so many customers that because of trust, they can pay today and decide to tell me to deliver, say next month, anytime I want to deliver, but they know their money is just safe with me. You build relationship that can lead to trust with your customers. Trust your customers and let them trust you too. Then again, follow them up. Because she is not buying today does not mean she will not buy tomorrow. Follow your customers up. Follow your customers up. Always follow them up. Ask about their well-being. Ask about their family. Then remind them. And all of this you will do politely. All of this you will do. You will ask. You will be conscious of questions you can ask your customers, but you follow them up, ask them questions, and remind them that, okay, ma'am, concerning last discussion, please, I'm reminding. Some will even tell you, I had a customer that was to buy goods worth 30,000 naira from me. It was when I followed her up, she mentioned that, do you believe I had already forgotten? She had forgotten that she had a conversation with me, and immediately I just followed her up. I reminded her. She just paid, and I delivered. So please, follow up in business is very, very important. After following up your customers, they will pay. The ones that will pay. So please make sure you deliver with content, good content. Understand? Good content. Good content is very important in business. Do not compare yourself with any vendor. Either you are just starting, just compare yourself with someone that has been in business for years, and you are just starting. Understand? You take it a step at a time, with consistency. A step at a time is the key. A step at a time is the key. No matter how you start, no matter how I start, the start might be different. The process might be different. But I tell you, the results will be very, very wonderful. The results will be very, very, very wonderful. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then again, when you give your customer your word, please stick to it. Stay by it. If anything happens that is, say, different from what you have agreed on, please, you can always go back to your customer. Say, for example, there is an item that you were supposed to deliver and something came up and you were unable to deliver such an item. Always, or before the promised date, they said it. Always go back to your customer and say, please, something came up. In all honesty, I'm sorry. Just open up. Business is good. Please open up. Open up in business. It has really helped me a lot. Open up in business. No comparison. Yes, thank you, man. No comparison. No matter who you are. Do not compare yourself with anybody. Do not compare yourself with anybody, either in business or in anything. Do not compare your stats with anybody. Do not compare your business with anybody's business. Do not compare your results. Then again, don't allow distractions. Don't allow distractions. When you see this one and all of that, this one is making a big one, this one is making a big, and you are carried away. Distraction is a waste of time and it will slow you down. Distraction is a waste of time and it will slow you down. Do not allow distractions and don't compare yourself. Then again, before I round up, I would want to say that if you are going into any business, as I've said when I started the webinar, I said I had no idea about what business is all about. I've never sold anything. I didn't go to any business school. All of this I have, but the knowledge I have acquired are just through things in which I have been taught. Skills in which I have learned. So please, business might not really be for everybody, but once you want to start anything, might be business, might be some other thing, a new skill, you want to read a new book, all of that. Do not compare yourself with anybody. Take it at your own pace. Do you understand what I'm saying? Take it at your own pace. Then again, do a lot of work. Work on yourself. Please, work on yourself. You can read books, okay? You can learn. You can take classes. Go for workshops, seminars, online and physical classes. Don't be stingy. Let me use that word. And don't find it very difficult to invest in yourself. When you go for all these trainings and you are asked to make payment, please don't find it very difficult if you have the ability. If you have the money, don't find it difficult to invest in yourself. You might not get the result now, you get it later. Please don't find it very difficult to invest in yourself or in your business. Invest in yourself. Very, 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 very important. Very, very important. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has been watching with me, and I want to say a very big thank you for your time. I want to believe you got one or two value in all that you do. Put value to the face of your customer. Whether you are getting a deal of 700, 100, 1,000, 100, make sure you do it with the same mind. Do not compare yourself. Give your business a policy. Build a lasting relationship with your customer. Build a relationship with them so that they can trust you. I'm emphasizing on these points because these were the action steps I used and they really helped me. Please, questions if you have any before we end the class, please. Do you have questions, please? Can I have one or two questions before we end this class? Please, Grace, please, can I have your question? For everybody who has taken their time to be here this afternoon, I want to say thank you very much, and I hope you have gotten one or two things. Please, while we are locked down, please don't lock yourself down. Your mind is still active. The internet is a place where you can learn from. Please learn something, get knowledge. Rest. Where you need to rest. Your health is very important. Get knowledge, add value. Make sure you're adding to what you have, because this will soon pass. At the end of this period, you should have something to work on. Grace, I'm still expecting your questions so we can end the class. Can I have your questions, please? Okay, Grace is asking what she can sell now, or what business she can do now with this lockdown. Well, another source of income is very, very important. Well, at this point, it might be very difficult to sell a physical product. I would say, if you have not been in business before, you need to learn and to know which business would best suit you. I mentioned that you don't compare yourself. Don't do it because someone else is doing it. Okay? As you need to understand yourself. You know what you can do. You understand? Then this lockdown, the best thing is for now, the best thing is either you get a business. I wouldn't know the kind of business you might be interested in, but you can talk to me later. If you want to sell things, you can establish whatever it is you want to start now and start selling after the lockdown. And the best you can also do now is you can sell digital products, but that might be way too big for you for now since you are just starting. So if you are talking about the business, I have a class for 5 for those that want to start business with zero capital. So you can as well join them since you don't have a business you are into for now. Yes, you can join them. For now, the best you can do is either learn a skill, or you check for that ability that you know you can make money from. When I mean ability, something which you can do without being taught, and you can do it very, very well. For example, some people can make hair, some people can cook good food, and that's a big money for them. If you turn it into business, that's a very big money for them. But since you are just starting, you need to be guided. You can talk to me later after the class. Blessings, thanks for sharing. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for coming online. Grace Alao, thank you for coming. My name is Queen Ibitoye, and I'm a business coach. I'm a trained counselor by profession. I'm a public speaker, and I'm a sales expert, and I'm a CEO, meaning I have my own business. If you want to reach me, you can reach me through call or WhatsApp via this phone number 08067405858. With the name Jerick Stores, we are on Facebook and we are also on Instagram. I want to say a very big thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Till I see you again. God bless you. Bye.